Right now we have Grow Your Business. It's a feature that is sponsored by the Jbdc, that's the Jamaica Business Development Corporation. I have with me Colin Porter, manager of the Technical Services Unit at the Jbdc, talking to us about Jbdc's intention to train textile producers for the tourism market with the brand Jadire. Brethren, good morning. How are you? Welcome to Hotline.
Good morning, Sir Orville. Good morning. I am giving thanks.
Aye. Enough love, enough love.
Yes.
Brand, did I pronounce it correctly? Jadire.
Jadire.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, sounds like French, eh?
Actually, it is Nigerian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is. Let me make sure I get it right. It's a derivative of a Nigerian word which means tie-dye.
Okay.
And to be more specific, the Yoruba language of
Okay.
Nigeria.
All right. All right.
Right.
So want to teach us now? Like what's going on?
This workshop, and if I can just put in context, I overheard you talking about Marcus Garvey a while ago, and we don't know enough of his things. And little do we know that Marcus Garvey was big on entrepreneurship, right? And creating, us black people creating wealth for ourselves. So for Jbdc going down this road is to empower our entrepreneurs to take advantage of new opportunities. Jadire is, as I mentioned, a derivative of a Nigerian word which means to tie-dye. However, specifically, it is about creating batik designs which are influenced by the Jamaican flora, fauna, culture, and the whole Jamaican psyche. And so we have been training people over the years in this technique. And for now, we have decided that we want to widen the scope of persons who can have the opportunity to learn this particular technique. And so we're organizing a series of workshops on the North Coast, Montego Bay, and Ocherios in particular, where persons will be able to learn how to print their own textiles. Now, also in context, and it's a bit strategic while we're going this part of the island now, Orville.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, Jbdc, which is a part of the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce.
Right.
And the ministry has been promoting the implementation of the National Craft Policy of Jamaica, right, which is about lifting the standard and quality of locally made crafts and artisanal items. And so we thought it would be convenient and suitable to stage this workshop in these particular locations. Right? We are targeting textile designers, artists, fashion and interior designers, craft producers, and entrepreneurs in general, where we will teach them how to design fabrics of your own. The design element is very important. As I mentioned, Jadire is about having this Jamaican feel in the product, so the design aspect is important. We will teach technique of batik printing using what we call a resist method, and how to innovate products and create.
What kind of method you call it?
It's a resist product process, in that we use melted wax,
mm-hmm.
which is stamped on a piece of plain fabric.
Mm-hmm. And
so the dye will not penetrate the areas which are covered with wax.
Mm-hmm.
So it resists the dye, and the term a resist method. And there are other materials you can use. In Nigeria, they use cassava as a resist, like the cassava flour kind of thing. So it's very exciting, very, very, very intriguing. Persons who we have trained in the past have taken advantage of the training and are printing and supplying fashion designers who are making unique and beautiful products from this particular process.
Mm-hmm.
So we're planning the Montego Bay workshop for the 12th of March and the Ocherios workshop for the 26th of March. And so we're targeting people who live in and around those areas. Our technical team will locations, these towns and cities, to share our knowledge and to guide, but also want to emphasize that when we have these workshops, it's not just about teaching the technique, but it's about introducing persons to new business opportunities. So we expect them to take full advantage of whatever entrepreneurship opportunities there are. So create souvenirs which can be retailed in the these tourist-based areas, and not just those areas, but wherever. We have clients who are doing stuff and selling online, but it really is about to promote and push entrepreneurship to elevate the quality of Jamaican craft products and handmade Jamaican products, and so fit it and dovetail it into the bigger picture of the implementation of the national craft policy.
Okay. So here's my question, though. Who are the people who are passing on these skills? Who you have?
Okay, these are Jbdc team members. We were introduced to the process a few years ago by Nigerian experts. We had two experts with us for a few years. One stayed a bit longer than the other, Mr. Alo Lukman, and there was Mr. Pendor Peji before, who taught us the peculiar way of doing Jadire, their method, and we developed it into Jadire. Now, batik is an ancient method of decorating textiles. So while our officers here who have background in textile printing themselves would have been exposed to basic batik printing in school, the infusion of the Nigerian influence and experience has kind of deepened our knowledge base to adapt and create something which we are morphing and creating for our own. So we have a team of about 3 or 4 persons here at Jbdc on our technical team whose background is in fashion and textile, and they will be the primary instructors. Of course, the entrepreneurs and persons who participate will be also will have access to other support and other skills that the Jbdc has in supporting them in business development, marketing and branding, and across the whole area that they'll need to create successful products and businesses.
All right. So this is really exciting, I remember, though, that we had a thrust in the past. I certainly remember the 1970s and 1980s. We had a significant number, maybe because I was a younger person, and it seemed like a whole heap of people at the time. But I do know that you had the expertise at the Cultural Training Center. That's what it was called before it became the Edna Manley College, right? There were active members in the Artists and Craftsmen Guild. We used to have these meetings, I believe, every Sunday morning at the Mutual Life Gallery, Mutual Gallery, and we had a number of places all over, where we'd have this. So that older knowledge that existed, I know that Dawn Scott is no longer with us. She was an artist who did not just batik for furniture, for clothing, but she did, but she also did batik paintings. You can check the National Gallery, I think, website or maybe online to see some of the stuff that Dawn Scott did. Alison Dawn Scott, amazing stuff, bit of work. And there were other people. Sharon Shacko also did that as well, if I remember her very carefully.
We've had some great people.
Right.
Enrico Baker. Becky Campbell, Pat Kendrick, Ian.
Yes.
We have Miriam Hines with still at Edna Manley sharing it. So we do have a rich history of textile design and printing in Jamaica. So what we're doing now is really dovetailing that with the opportunity that we got from the Nigerians to share with people to really take it to the next level commercially now, so that persons can take advantage of it in this new time where we look for local products with uniqueness, and this is what we're doing.
So anyway, I'm looking at the clock and I realize we're almost out of time. Very excited about this, bro, because it's about branding Jamaica. But the truth is, when Jamaica has so much of Africa in it.
That's right.
Right. that it's almost impossible to extricate when you're talking about those kinds of things, because those Nigerian type traditions, you also see them in Ghana and all over West Africa, even Africa on the whole. So you integrate that with our own thing, and we do the brand Jamaica. Awesome stuff. Great.
Right.
I'm sure there's more information available. So how we get you?
Yes. So how you get to us, you can visit our website, jbdc.net. There's information on it. Or you can email rhall, RHALL, at jbdc.net. That's Robert Hall. And he can share more information on how you can sign up to be a part of this wonderful workshop coming up.
Okay. Got you. Thank you so much, Colin Porter. Enough love to you, brethren.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me again.
One love. Great. So we just did Grow Your Business, a regular feature on the hotline, sponsored and presented by the Jamaica Business Development Corporation. Colin Porter, who's a manager of the Technical Services Unit, was with us.